Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nailyah Serenity. Come sit with me today. We're back on our moon sign series. Today we are talking about moon in Virgo. If you saw my moon in Gemini video, pause right there. Hey look, I'm editing this. I know y'all hear this little smoke detector in the back. Moon in Virgo, don't do me. Don't do me today, okay? I edited it out as much as I could, but look, it is what it is. Just hear the information. See, there it go again. Just hear the information and don't do me, okay? All right, love you guys, bye. That's another example of Mercury in the moon sign, because as we know, Virgo is ruled by the sign of Mercury. What is Mercury? Intellect, communication, how you process information, right? So you have a sign of intellect once again in the moon sign, which means it doesn't freaking like being here, okay? The moon is about things that you feel that you can't explain. The moon is about psychicness. The moon is about intuition. Virgo wants to be practical. Virgo wants to be logical. Virgo wants to always be in line with with what you're supposed to be doing, or what they feel they are supposed to be doing, and organized, not scattered and emotional. They can't stand it. Virgo is the critic of the zodiac. Virgo is the perfectionist. Virgo also represents duality like Gemini. So there's two different sides of Virgo. You have the really sweet side that really wants to help people and give of service and just see things that need to be fixed and want to help. Then you also have the other side of Virgo, which is just a judgmental, analytical asshole. You know what I'm saying? So with it being in the moon sign, these people struggle with that internally. One thing I can say about Virgo placements just in general, whether it's your sun or your moon, is that how judgmental and critical a Virgo is on the outside is how they are with themselves on the inside. So you can always tell how insecure a Virgo is by how they view other people. And this is intensified in the moon sign. Why? Because the moon sign is who you are without ego. One thing moon and Virgos struggle with is being over analytical of themselves and of their emotions. Like I said, the moon is related to the mother, so it could be a very big possibility that they learn this behavior from their mother. Maybe their mother was in a state or point in their life where they weren't able to nurture the fact that sometimes their kids were going to get it wrong. Maybe their mother made them feel like there always had to be a reason for them feeling a way. Their emotions had to make sense, you know? And this could have trickled off on the moon in Virgo, growing up thinking that their emotions are irrational. Basically trying to compartmentalize them and organize them and make them into a practical thing. They'll try to connect anything together to make it make sense. And this is why Virgo doesn't like being in the moon, because that doesn't work here. It doesn't work like that in the moon. Virgos have to watch out for being immensely insecure. Virgo doesn't like to do anything unless they are masters at it. So even though this is in your moon sign, you take on this Virgoism and you like to be masters at what you do. You want to be good at everything that you do, and you're a real perfectionist. So you're your hardest critic. So it's gonna take a lot for you to even get your own stamp of approval. Which is nice, because these people are actually very hard workers, really good with business, really good with time management, have nice organization skills. Just like a moon in Gemini, very witty, very smart. You're naturally intellectual because you have a sign that is ruled by Mercury in your moon sign. So it's easy for you to be an intellectual, but we obviously just run into bad territory when we're trying to intellectualize our feelings. So Virgo is the opposite of Pisces, right? So Pisces is all about psychic isms. Yeah, Pisces is all about feelings and sensitivity and letting things be, and understanding that there is an answer to everything, but sometimes the answer is no answer. You get what I'm saying? Like Pisces is that kind of energy. So this is the opposite of Virgo, right? Something that Pisces and Virgo share is, number one, need to help people, and also their intuition is really strong. A moon in Virgo is intuitive to the point where sometimes their judgments and their critical nature can throw people off or throw their friends off, and it's just like, oh my god, you're always judging somebody for something. A moon in Virgo will not like somebody or get a bad feeling about someone depending on like a scuff on their shoes, or the way that their jeans sit on them, or the way that their eyebrow hair is out of place. Like something like that would bother a moon in Virgo. And it's not always because they're just being overly critical, over analytical, and judgmental. It's really because that is a message for them. That is an intuitive message for them that something's not right with that person. And they probably can't articulate it, but that's how they articulate it. Like I said, you always have to have a reason for your feelings. I got a funny feeling about this person. The way that hair is sitting out of place is really bothering me, and I don't like them. Nope. Don't like them. Fix their hair. They need to fix their hair. It'll be like something like that, and it's just like, girl, you're not gonna like somebody because their hair ain't fixed. Lo and behold, as we go down the line, it'll be this massive reason why no one should have liked this person. And the moon of Virgo is just like, yeah, I knew it. See, y'all was trying to say something because I told you that scuff on their shoes was really pissing me off, and I didn't know why. It was just pissing me off, and that's why, because that person ain't right. Virgo's an earth sign, so their downloads are going to come in a more earthy, more literal way. It's important for Virgos to understand this about them so that they won't judge everyone who may have that similar scuff on their shoe as this one person did. Because Virgo is so sensitive, like the sign of Pisces, they feel everything, they see everything. Moon and Virgos can easily develop many hidden traumas that people don't realize when they're stepping on their buttons. A Virgo moon can easily like flip out or get really, really turned off by something because of a past experience that they had. Virgo moon, if you guys don't take care of those traumas and don't actually take a deep dive within yourself into why you feel you need an answer for everything, why you are so judgmental of yourself, why you're so analytical of yourself, even if the question isn't why, it's just about not being that way. Like, you need to literally make it a part of your schedule to not judge yourself. Make it a part of your schedule to not overanalyze everything that you do, and make it a part of your schedule to know that nothing is going to be perfect, because it's impossible, Moon and Virgo. It's never gonna happen, and that's okay. But because your moon is in Virgo, you can literally always feel like something isn't right, feel like something needs to be fixed, feel like that's just an innate feeling for you, and that's something that you're gonna have to get in control. If you don't get that under control, then Moon and Virgo can be a very just nasty, judgmental placement that nobody wants to be around. When I'm speaking on the negative side of signs, it can come off really harsh, but it's the truth. A dark-sided Moon of Virgo can be one shisty person. Like, Virgo is a very shisty sign, or can be a very shisty sign, because of the duality aspect. The Geminis always get the bad rep for being like the shisty people, but we forget about the other Mercury sign, which is Virgo. It's the Eshu effect. It's the light and the dark. It's the light and the dark. It's human nature. That's what Virgos represent. So human nature can be a little cray-cray, can be a little shisty. So if Virgo has packed up all of these traumas that they've had that they haven't dealt with, and like I said, it can be simple traumas, and for Moon and Virgo, I would definitely start with your mother. If you have not unpacked yourself in that way and allowed yourself to actually feel something, and allow yourself to not shut off your emotions because you don't feel like they make sense, then you can become just a really bitter person. If you become the inner saboteur in your head, no one is going to want to be around you. You won't even want to be around you. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's a big way to know if you are a Moon and Virgo who's done that. If you can't find peace, basically, within yourself, other people feel that as well. Because you can't help but project that inner saboteur, that inner voice, that inner critical little demon inside of you on other people when you get like that. You know, so just like a Pisces, it's very good for you to go into solitude sometimes, to write, to do something physical to where you feel like you're actually doing something instead of trying to do it in your head. Write it out, paint, do something where logic doesn't necessarily have to be involved, something that will allow you just to feel, even if that's just laying down and listening to your sad song playlist, like something like that to release it. And it doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to make sense, because it's not going to make sense. If you work through those little things, allow human nature to just take over sometimes. Moon and Virgo is a very, very loving moon sign to have. just like their opposite sign Pisces, they just love human nature. They understand it. They want to help. They want to get better. They want you to get better. They want the best for their friends. They want the best for their loved ones. They want to see people go up. A lot of times, if it isn't that way, if, like I said, if you're on the other side of the human nature aspect, then you will be that Moon in Virgo who wants the exact opposite, who will pose as someone who wants the best for somebody, but in reality you want them to fail because of your insecurities. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to be the shiesty Virgo. You don't want to be that, okay? Because it's going to leave you alone and lonely in your own head, and you're going to wonder why people do you wrong or people aren't around you or things like that. You get what I'm saying? So Moon and Virgos really work on that. You know how good of a person you can be, and it may be situations where you have been that really good Moon and Virgo who you feel like, I've done everything right, I crossed every T, dotted every I don't understand how this could have gone wrong. You cannot hold that within yourself. You have to let that go, because you know Virgos, y'all like to cut stuff off. You get what I'm saying? I know I'm not talking about Sun and Virgos, but we're talking about Moon and Virgos. Think about how Sun and Virgo is so quick to block somebody, cut somebody off, delete somebody out of their life. When you put it in the moon sign, it's like you will literally block off emotional connection if you've been hurt one time. Block it off. Just be like, oh, F it, I'm never doing that again. Skirt, cut. It's not good. You have to allow yourself to open back up again. Like I said, it's human nature. Allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to come back, because you are really sensitive. People don't realize how sensitive you are until they realize how sensitive you are. So allow that grieving process and allow yourself to open back up. And something that Virgo has, that Pisces has to work on a little bit more, is discernment. When you see that scuff on somebody's shoe, when you see, I don't know, the way the person's mouth sits, it just bothers you. You don't necessarily have to go full throttle and be like, skirt. Like, be a person, be a human, but just know your boundaries. It's like Moon and Gemini, duality. This placement can be really good and really bad. So you have to find that balance between the two. Also, in a Virgo, people around you need to understand that you are a natural critic. As long as you're not a haterade Moon and Virgo, you get what I'm saying? Because all of this goes out the window if you go on the darker side of Virgo, if you go on the haterade, more shiesty side of Virgo, because ain't nobody listening to y'all when y'all like that, right? But if we on the nice side, your opinion matters a lot. The things that you tell people, and when you're actually trying to help people and critique people actually need to listen to you, because you give great advice actually, and you see things that a lot of people can't really see. If you just fix that right there, it'll be perfect. Like, just let me help you with this, let me tell you how to help yourself with this. You get what I'm saying? So you can be an excellent friend for that, and people around you, the people that are close to you, need to understand that is a part of who you are. And sometimes you may even need to voice it so people don't feel like they are always being judged or they're never doing something correct. Look, I'm not trying to like hurt your feelings, but like, I really see something that I feel like could help you. Or just be like, okay, do you want my help? Do you want my opinion? Like, make sure you ask me, do you want my opinion? Do you want my help? Okay, great. And your friends and the people around you will understand that. Cool. I think I've said everything I needed to say on Moon and Virgos. Moon and Virgos, stay safe, stay sane. Don't be shiesty. Don't be shiesty. It's not fun to be shiesty. You get so much more love when you're just your natural, vulnerable Virgo, helper, kind-hearted self, okay? And you won't be bitter, okay? So please don't be a shiesty Virgo. I know so many Moon and Virgos that I absolutely adore, and a lot of Moon and Virgos that I have to stay away from, okay? Don't be that Virgo you want to stay away from. Don't be that Virgo. Don't be that Moon and Virgo. Don't do it. But anywho, if you're a Moon and Virgo, comment down below. My name is Nailyah Serenity. Follow me on my Instagram at Nailyah.Serenity. Also on my astrological Instagram, Astrologer of the South. What else? Also on my Twitter at Nailyah.Serenity. Facebook, Nailyah.Serenity. Just look up Nailyah.Serenity, and any social media site you want to follow, I should be somewhere on there, okay? All right. Love you, girl. Thank you for watching. Bye.